All right, y'all think we live? I think we live. Welcome back to Finney Prince. We are live. All right, man, we are live. I wanted to briefly speak to y'all about pricing, man. You know, that's my thing, man. With the DTF right now, my issue is, the pricing, man. It seems like we kind of got the maintenance. We kind of got the maintenance. We kind of got some of the bugs out a little bit. It's not a lot of hollering about, what printer is this. We kind of got a lot of those things out of there. Of course, still, we it's still a lot of maintenance that got to go into these machines. But um, my biggest gripe now with it is pricing, and it's not really pricing. It's really just people puffing the market, pretending like they doing something at a price that they're not doing it at. And so I just want to speak to you briefly. This is going to help a lot of you who kind of like, oh well, should I get a printer or should I get a big printer? If I do get a printer, should I get a printer with with double head or quadruple? What I'm saying, a quad head printer. What are the benefits for having a faster printer, and then what are some of the things I lose with getting those printers like that with the four heads. They may not have um the higher quality the high definition printing. I know what I'm saying. I think what brother Ernest, I think his name. But anyway, um I know he was saying something like that where the smaller desktop printers they could print a higher quality, like if you're printing those kind of images. But a lot of times you're printing DTF, you're doing a lot of kind of basic cartoon type stuff. If you're printing DTF. um so what I wanted to talk to y'all about was pricing. I seen this advertisement. If you just talking DTF and you on Instagram or whatever, you're gonna see them. And share my screen real quick, and I'm gonna show y'all this advertisement that I seen, and then we gonna speak on it. And we gonna speak on it, and then it's gonna help you decide whether or not if you should just go ahead and get a printer, because all the influencers seem to be pushing um a market, not a market, but a business strategy of just getting transfers, and that may not be for everybody. Everybody can't just buy transfers for their projects, and I'm a really break that down to show you when is sufficient, when is it kind of a good time to say, okay, well, yeah, because it is good to shift into that. It is good to shift into that, especially we talking about the 15-cent transfers, but you need a high quality. You need a MOQ, a high MOQ to push into that business strategy. Um, but again, let me share my screen here, and I want to share this. Uh, I want to share this video with y'all real quick. It's gonna happen real quick, y'all. It's gonna loop. All right, no setup. What? Hold on. Let me stop that thing. Hold on. Let me go back. No setup fee. 1 to 2 day turnaround. Dean Word Vinyl Warehouse. Shout out to them. Fair use. All right. They say 11 by 17 transfers, only $2.99. I said, wow, that is amazing. $2.99 for 11 by 17 printout. Any printout. Even if it's a 6 by 10, you know, like $2.99, man. That's some good eating, man. I take that all day. And listen, I buy transfers for that. Man, I shut that machine down, man. Get rid of that machine, and I'll buy transfers if that's the case. But I'm gonna show you, why you may just still have to get you a machine. 50 watt cycles, we know what it is. And that's another thing too, man. DTF is here now. A lot of, when this thing was first jumping off, a lot of people were saying, "Hey man, it's the smoke killing us. We don't know how dangerous it is. We don't know if we can trust the process." Everybody was just going crazy like this is the most dangerous thing to have in your house. And we see how, like, for me, I see, like, when I see companies like Racoma and OmniJet, and they just getting on. I'm like, oh, they 2 years behind. You 2 3 years behind the thing, man. You behind the industry, behind the loop. So take a look. Peep out Alibaba. Stay on top of them because they are 2 3 years ahead of the rest of these folks when it comes to apparel technology, and that's how it is anyway. Overseas is just ahead of us. If you look at some of how this apparel is made overseas, you look at some of the machines, the different sewing machines the manufacturing companies have, where they just sewing on, where the whole machine just bring a leg over, it cut the leg, sew the pocket on the leg, and boom, boom, boom. You know how they making those jeans in mass quantity and so forth, man. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. And I ain't know how many different sewing machines there were. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the search for me for one of those Jukis. I have one of those soon and doing some tutorials and so forth on that. But and then we see, if you can see the machines. I don't know exactly who's selling those, but I've seen them around. Seen a lot of them around. And you see the setup, man. It look like he got about 4 or 5 of those things in there to run this thing. All right, and they trying to show some American packaging, that it may be American company, but that still may be just something to show us, to try to get us off the scent that that is a Asian company, but it could be an American company, man. All praises if it is. But listen to the price sheet here. I don't know if I can zoom that in. Let's look at the price sheet, y'all. Okay. Now they said 299, but that it's not really 299. You gotta have a minimum, a MOQ. They got a minimum order quantity, MOQ, of, you gotta get at least 20. 11 by 17. If you get at least 20, it's 540 a sheet. All right. 540 a sheet. Now, this is where it comes in, like, if you're getting under 20, you may need to have your own machine, man. You need to go and just go holler at Big Boy Prince. He be in my comments. If y'all see him, man, go over there, like, subscribe, man, and he be having them printers all the time. But you gonna need your, holler at Big Boy, holler at DTF Pro. Excuse me. Tell them that you need a little small printer, man. You need a little small one, to get those little orders. I'm gonna tell you what those orders are, man. Those are like those birthdays. That's coming a lot with, intermediate family. They may be having a little birthday party. They all want the little cartoon shirts with the little My Little Pony, or Barney, and all the little cartoon characters. I don't have kids, but I don't know what they kids watching now, man. But it have all the, those little party shirts. All right, it has mommy and daddy, and and grandma and pawpaw, and and it may not be but 10 shirts, you know. And so if you're in that area of the game, of the apparel, of that apparel market, of printing in that kind of realm, and you're picking up those orders, buying transfers may not be the best thing for you to do, because you're gonna be paying maybe $8 9 transfer. You know what I'm saying? You could be paying up to $10. When it was first hit, there were transfers that, the 13 by 19 sheets, the A3 plus sheets, they were over $10. They were over $10, and that's why that thing was looking so delicious for me. I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna sell sheets. It's definitely different now, and people say, well, no minimums, but like I say, you don't when you're dealing with people like that, and it's a birthday coming up, they not giving you 2 weeks. When it's only 7, they done probably called a few shops, and the MOQ of that shop said, hey, you know what? We don't take, you gotta order at least 24 shirts for us to even wink at that mess. And then You want all of these colors and all that, and we ain't doing that. So the average shop is not picking those things up. Those things are coming to the small shops like us or like me. y'all may be y'all may be up there. But of those who are starting out, you may be catching plays like that. You may be catching orders like that, and you have to be real hungry, man. You're almost a little whorish. I hate to say that, but a respectable shop is not gonna take those little orders like that. But when you're out there beating the block down, you're out there, you gotta take everything that come in, we gonna take those orders and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying. But if you got your own little setup, like the little slow 8L 1800, I know we go, it's slow. I get it. It's slow, but you can get that order out. You can get that order out with no problem. You can have an issue. This is like the shirts that I'm doing for the Juneteenth. I can supply that. Like I got about 12 shirts. I got 12 shirts ordered. I can print those out. I don't have to. I don't need to buy transfers for that. As soon as they order them, I print them out. I wasn't expecting to do no more than 15, 20 of those shirts, anyway. You know what I'm saying? It was just something, people asking me for. I said, well, let me throw some of this stuff out here and see if it catch. You know what I'm saying? And so you can do that when you got your own system. So if you're not ordering 25 to 30, anywhere from 25 to 50 sheets per order, transfers, you buying transfers is not for you. If you're under that 20-25 threshold, if you're under that, excuse me, you may need to go and look into getting you a DTF machine. We see the price here, 31 to 55, 15, and to get to that 299 price point, you need to order 100. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you can get them at 299, yeah, that's good. But you got to order 100. You got to order 100, and that is great to do that. And so even myself having two L 1800s, if I have over 50, guess what? I'm ordering those transfers. I'm not gonna print those out. I don't have the equipment to print those. This is gonna take too long for me to do. It's not worth me doing that. All right, it's not worth me doing it. Especially when we get up to like 100, But 50, is really pushing it, man. 450 though, that's tough because that individual may want those shirts at 50 shirts. They may want those shirts at $10, $12. You know what I'm saying? If you paying $4 for the shirt, $3 for the shirt, you know how the game is now. Um, and then you're paying another five. You see what I'm saying? You paying $3 for the shirt, five for the transfer. That's $8. And then they want a price point. They want you at $10 a shirt. You making $2 a shirt. You're making $100 pressing 50 shirts. You know what I'm saying? It's all right, but it's better ways to make $100. You know what I'm saying? It's better ways. I just sold these 8 shirts. Eight. I just sold 8 of these 8 shirts. I'm doing them 2 for 25. So 2 for 25. That's 8 shirts. I print them out. I make $100. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's better ways to make $100. But if that works for you, that's $100. Well, it may take you an hour, 2 hours, maybe. Hour and a half to press those shirts. So yeah, you make $100 in an hour and a half. It's still pretty good. And then if you got your own machine though, those little 15 when they bringing in those shirts, that's only like 7, 8 shirts. You can price point them at $15, $17 a shirt because they only get 7, and nobody else is taking that order. Nobody else wants to waste their time trying to print that. I had a brother tell me, a sister shop tell me that they had a artist wanted some shirts for a video that day, you know, and it just had one word on the front, and he used vinyl, and he charged him $25 a shirt. He said he needed like 10 shirts. He charged him $25 a shirt. Just cut it vinyl, one word right there, boom. And but he wanted the shirts that day. You know what I'm saying? That day. So, but uh, that was a good little lick. Hey, and you catch those plays like that. So, if you're not really getting a large quantity number of shirts that you're ordering a whole bunch of transfers for that. Yeah, it may not be good, man. Look at this, man. 22 by 60. Woo. 22 by 24 sheets. Wow. $20. $20. So if you too are you trying to sell them, man, like man, that's some good money right there, man. 22 by 24, almost $20 a sheet. Woo! That's some that might be pretty good there. Um, let me stop sharing my screen. So that's pretty much where you need to be. If you haven't catching orders like you're under 10, you catching little birthday parties, little small events, um, stuff like that. Once you get into the schools, the school need 100 shirts, or this business, this company needs 300 shirts. Then you can start running your company based off of transfers. But if you're not doing that kind of quantity, you're gonna have to put the work in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, we do want to get to a point where, yeah, you can just press transfers, like my man Standing Man. We want to reach that level, but um, if you taking small orders under 20, 15, 10, your family just know you the person that makes shirts. Hey, let's go call Albernice and see if she can make us some see if she can do us some shirts for the girls trip. You doing the girls trip shirt, you don't want to be paying for no transfers for that. You want to have the ability to go ahead and get those orders out, because they're gonna call you at the last second. You ain't gonna have but 3 or 4 days max to get that order out at that level, because you're receiving what the shops don't want. That's why I'm saying you're almost in a horse kind of realm of the printing world, because you're taking things that respectable shops will not take. They don't want nothing under. You say you only need 10 hats done. They not taking that. They not gonna waste their time, waste their equipment trying to take no. Or you got to order at least 25 hats. All right, you got one embroidery machine, 25 hats. Sound 10 hats. Okay, I take that. I take that. It's gonna be $15 a hat. You can charge higher because they're not ordering a large quantity. And the same thing goes with DTF. All right, the same thing goes with DTF. You and not just DTF, just transfers. Period. You want to be able to. You don't want to be dependent on people that much at that level. You got to do the leg work, and then once you build yourself up and you build your company up, you build your brand up, then you can go and you can run this thing strictly off of transfers. But until you get to that point, you wanna buy, you get you a little small machine, so you can do these things in house and make as much money as you can possibly can. You got to make as much money you possibly can to buy more equipment. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not really making a lot of money until you got the right equipment. Embroidery, you're not making a lot of money embroidering until you got 3, 4 machines. You need at least a forehead before you making some serious bread. And so you really just trying to work your way up to get in the proper equipment to make the money. So you can't skip steps in this thing, y'all. You know what I'm saying? That's ultimately what I want to tell you. You can't skip steps. And if you want to really, you really want to be serious about this thing, man, you thinking about, you've been buying transfers and it still seems like you ain't making no money. That's what I'm saying. If you buying transfers and you paying $7, or if you paying $9 a sheet, and you got a birthday shirts, If you going to say a super color and they charging $9-10 a sheet for your nine, you ain't ordering but 10 transfers. You may be paying more than that, maybe paying like $11 or something, 11 $12, and you charging what, $17 for the shirt. And so you made $12, $11 for the transfer, $4 for the shirt. Man, you making $2-3 a shirt. You making $20 off of that order. You just saying that you doing something. You just doing stuff. It's just it's a hobby, I guess, for you. You're not really making you're not really making no money. But if you got the machine there, the machine will eventually pay for itself. Um, so yeah, the small machines are still valid. They still valid. I would definitely, it'll pay for itself in a year. If you really serious about it, you really serious about this apparel thing, man, and you building up and you've been buying transfers, yeah, man, you need to look into getting you a machine. At first I was like, nah, but I had a buddy of mine, like I said, I've been dealing with uh a couple sister shops that ask me for certain things, especially transfers. And I tell folks, I don't really sell them. You know what I'm saying? I really just do them for what I need them for. But when they be desperate, I get it. And then now I understand why they kept asking me, even when I was saying no. They kept asking me because, yeah, if you don't have if you don't have a 10, 15, you could be paying $9-10 for a transfer. You know what I'm saying? Even when these companies are advertising, hey, 11 by 17, $299. You got to get 100 though. You got to get 100. So if you're not getting over 25, again, y'all, if you're not getting over 25, um, you might need to look into, go holler at that boy, go holler at Big Boy Prince, go holler at DTF Super, what a DTF Pro. Who else out there selling them? Okay, I'm gonna give y'all this too. Let me give y'all this too. I just read up on some sheets. Um, from Alibaba, from that super color where I got my machine from. The sheets cost the sheets cost was 26 cents a sheet, but with shipping, it ended up coming up to like 86 cents, 87 cents per sheet. And I went to DTF. I went to DTF Super Pro, um, and he had like a 50% off sale. And the sheets were the same sheets. 100 sheets were a lot, maybe 10 cents higher. You know what I'm saying? So, your local vendors, again, I always say, man, the local vendors, they seem like they operating, as far as materials. It seems like they operating with some integrity, with the pricing. So I would just get it from. It's kind of get a large quantity. I just want to know what I know, until somebody really burns me. I don't, I shop with you. If I shop with you, you do good business. I'm shopping with you. But once you burn me, that's when I'm gonna look and go elsewhere. Um, but yeah, going to Alibaba to save 10 cents, may not be worth it for you if you're not ordering a large quantity. But if you are ordering a machine, um, and you already have that shipping already there, man, get you a ton of those sheets, man. If you ordering this, get you a ton of sheets. The sheets really don't expire. Those inks can, that white ink can maybe expire a little bit. But get you a ton of those sheets, man, so you don't be wrestling with that stuff. But yeah, you're gonna need a printer, y'all. That's all, pretty much all I want to speak on real quick, man. And just test this whole live thing. We'll start doing this more, even letting some of y'all come on the panel if y'all have any questions or anything. Or let y'all talk y'all talk. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you'll talk, let you talk your talk. And if you got some knowledge to drop, we always have brothers and sisters in there dropping a lot of these printers that's been in the game a lot longer than me, man. I'm still new to the game. They drop those jewels in there. I'm not telling you I know everything. I'm just giving you what I do know, and hopefully we can learn together and grow. You know what I'm saying? And our businesses grow and be successful, and we continue to go on to the next level. But before you get to that, you having that that whole strategy of, you know what, I'm not gonna do the work, I'm just gonna order transfers, man, you gotta build yourself up, man. That's for the big dogs. That business model is for the big dogs. That's for the ones who's doing 100 quantity shirts. Okay, they got a 50 shirt MOQ. All right, that's for the big dogs. Us little dogs, you taking them little orders. You might need to get your own equipment. Get your own equipment, so that you're not dependent on nobody. You know, somebody taking 2 3 weeks to get your stuff, or the post office losing the stuff. Man, it's just so many things that can go wrong. You want to control as much as you can in those beginning stages. All right, with that, y'all, I'm out. Till next time, fingerprints out. Y'all keep printing. Don't get frustrated, man. And clean that wiper blade. That's for somebody. That's for somebody listening. Clean that ink wiper blade. You done left that thing. You done did all the maintenance. You ain't cleaned that ink wiper blade in 3 4 months, man. You wonder why your prints coming out dirty. All right, y'all. Peace.